welcome back my YouTube channel Salesperson. So this is Rohit, and today I'm going to show you how to work on the destructive package in Salesforce. So this is the very important concept in Salesforce, so please watch this video until end, and let's get started without any further delay. So before starting this video, so we have some prerequisite if you are working any destructive package in Salesforce. So here you can see like prerequisite. So prerequisite means requirement or pre-requirement if you are working in destructive package. Okay, so first of all we need to create one folder, okay, that is called deployment unpackaged. Here you can see, and two files, that is destructive changes.xml and package.xml. So these all two files very required or very most important under this structure. To add these prerequisites under your folder. Okay, so how to create these files and how to delete something from the production. So this is the very most important concept when once you are working any production environment, and if you want to delete something from the production without any CI/CD things, so you can delete with the help of destructive package. Okay, so let's get this started again. So here you can see, so you can see the folder structure under demo. You can see my folder like deployment and package, right? And here you can see two files, right? So let me open these two files. Okay, so here you can see this is destructive.xml. So in more added with notepad plus plus, and here you can see, so here you can see one apex class like demo one, right? So you can create a number of classes under this package. So for example purpose, so right now I am showing this one. Okay, and package.xml, you can see only this empty file. Okay, doesn't have anything but have only API version like 52. Okay, so I have created one demo class, created demo one class, and that is called apex class. Now let me open my org, and let me show you this class is available or not. Okay, so let me create one class as a demo one. So with the help of new button we can create this class. So just click this new button. Okay, once you click this new button, so you can see this new IDE or new environment where you can write your apex class, right? So first of all let me write public class demo one, and then class body, and just you have to write some constructor. Okay, so this is the optional thing, but you can write, okay, like demo one, and just write down some system debug like hello, something like that. Just save it, just save it, and my class is successfully saved, right? So I have this one class like demo one, and let me create one web page as well, because my intention is how to create and how to delete apex class as well, visual force page from the production, right? So let me create one web page, visual pages. Here you can see. Okay, so let me create one new page. Okay, page name should be anything. Okay, so you can write like demo one as well. Okay, then save it. Once you save it, so you have two metadata, or we can say two members. Okay, so let me open this destructive changes.xml file, and I need to add some we can say that pages as well. So how to do that? So just copy this one and paste it here, and let me change this apex class as to pages, like visual force page. Okay, just save it. Okay, and now it's time to work on the destructive things. So how to do that? So first of all, we need to zip this folder. Okay, like right click, then show more options, send, and compress this folder right now. Okay, so here you can see deploy unpackaged.zip file, right? So let me log in my workbench, and with the help of workbench we can delete all the things regarding this destructive package. Okay, so let me log in with Salesforce. So once you log in Salesforce, so you can see this environment. Under the migration tab you have to click on the deploy things. So just click deploy, choose your, so just click this deploy and unpackaged. Once you browse this deploy unpackaged.zip file, so you have to roll back as well, like roll back on error. Suppose that if you have some error under your destructive package, so for example purpose, so you always check this button like rollback on the error. So all the things should be rollback once any error is occurred in your code or in your deployment package. Okay, so this is the most important things. So just choose this options like rollback on the error and click the next. Once you click the next, so you can see successfully stage 1 KB, something like that. Again you have to click deploy, and now you can see one process is going on. Here you can see in progress, and now you can see successed. So let me show you the result as well. So so just click component state success 3, like demo1.cls means class, package.xml, and demo1.page. So we already deleted these two things, this one like as a class, as well we have page. So with the help of destructive package, so you can delete from the production as well. So let me check under the org this class is available or not. Okay, so how to identify, this component is available or not in our org. So just go, in your org and search like classes under development segment, click the apex classes, and now you cannot see this demo1 class is here because this is the test class. Don't worry about this one, but you cannot see demo1 here. Previously you can see, but right now you cannot see here. Let me check as well with Visualforce pages is available or not. So just search pages, Visualforce pages here, just click this, and let me, here you can see. Okay, so you cannot see anywhere like demo1 VFS. Okay, so this is the way, to work on the destructive package in your org. Okay, so doesn't matter it's a sandbox or it's a production environment, so you can do these things. Okay, so you can work on the destructive package as well. Okay, so I hope you learn something new in this video. So please subscribe my YouTube channel, and please do like, share, and comments, and I hope you will do these things. So thank you guys, bye bye, see ya.